Hello and welcome, my name is LaughingStock and you are watching LaughingStock's Rofl Game of the Week. This is episode number 2 of the Rofl Game edition, and what I'm basically doing is I'm finding games that were either ridiculous, funny, weird teams, weird lineups, whatever the thing is that made this game a Rofl game, and I'm going to put it in the Rofl game section. Now, a lot of time these games are going to end up being very one-sided games, very just people making bad decisions, really funny stuff happening in the game, and that's what I'm aiming for. Now, the idea is that once more people are watching, once more people are submitting games to be casted, I can do more than one Rofl game a week, and it won't always have to be games that I have played, but for right now, I'm going to be drawing from my own experience. So in the future, if you have a game that you think qualifies as the Rofl Game of the Week, please comment below with the match ID, and I will look at it, and if it fits my criteria for Rofl Game of the Week, I will cast it as the Rofl Game of the Week. But for right now, we got some action going on. This was an all-random game that I played earlier today, actually, so it worked out pretty well because I needed a new Rofl game for this week. The teams for the Radiant are, I'm actually playing a Defiler. Now, I wanted to talk about the fact that Defiler not being mid is not a favorite thing of mine. I think if you're playing a Defiler, then the Defiler needs to be in mid because that's where she best is suited. She just needs to be able to get runes and have the mana regen from the bottle, but you know, interesting lane choices. And right now we have Ogre Magi throwing the Fire Blast on LaughingStock. There's the fissure. Here comes Ursa from behind. Ursa kind of went the long way, so not going to get on the action right away. LaughingStock runs away so they can't be attacked, and then runs back the other way. Only one auto attack gets in, 2 auto attack gets in from Ursa. Ursa also went with the Overpower instead of the Fury Swipes, which is one reason why I am not dead yet. There's another fissure. Centaur throws down the stop, and no, they can't finish off the kill. LaughingStock, myself, was at 20 HP, and now the roles have reversed. There's a Crypt Swarm hitting the Earthshaker. Ursa's going to have to run. Ursa's down to 150 HP. Treant throws an armor on himself so he doesn't die. Ursa very close to death. One more auto attack. The Fire Blast is going to stop the Centaur, though, and that should be the end of things. Believe it or not, the Centaur actually teleported to the top lane. The Centaur was in bot, came top to help out once he saw that LaughingStock was near death. So I really thank you, Awkwards. Awkwards is not the reason why this is the Rofl cast of the week. I can tell you that much. He did a good job all game. And so now we appear to have some kind of a tri-lane going up top. So let's go over the teams. Now this was an all-random game. So the Radiant have Betty White playing the Juggernaut. V is playing Viper. On the Treant, if I can get to it, what's going on? The Treant is being played by Hysteria65. Sorry, I don't know what that was. Awkwards is playing the Centaur, and then of course myself, LaughingStock, is playing the Death Prophet. On the Dire team, excuse me, you have Lil Freaky, kind of like Lil Wayne, playing the Ursa. You have Ogre Magi be playing by, I don't even know how to pronounce that, Oi Trey 2 maybe. Bounty Hunter is being played by Stratford Davin. You have Lanaya or Templar Assassin being played by Zaitin, and Earthshaker being played by Esper Apex. So I mean, Viper isn't a bad mid hero. That's not maybe necessarily what I was upset about. It's just Death Prophet should almost always be mid. I can never think of a reason why Death Prophet shouldn't be mid. And so the choice to send Viper mid over Death Prophet was a little surprising to me, but as you can see, Viper's actually doing a pretty good job, and he's got Templar down to about 200 HP. Templar doesn't have enough for refraction, so if Viper were to choose to go in, you could see some. Oh, and there's Viper. He throws a couple poison sprays down on Zaitin. Zaitin's down to about 140 HP using all of his tangos already. So he's down pretty dang low. I mean, this looks like a potential kill if Viper ever decides to dive. Meanwhile, Treant did teleport bottom to help out this Juggernaut to allow Juggernaut to freeform. Now, one of the things you may notice is there is no engagement up top. It looked like there might be for a second. Is that the entire Dire team is melee, with the I'll put exception in quotation marks of Lanaya. I mean, Lenaya's range increases as you level up side blades to 240 basic attack range, and her attack range is 200 right now. So add another 180. So it'll be a 380 attack range, whereas someone like Death Prophet's attack range is 600. So Lenaya's full range of attack is actually shorter than Vengeful Spirit and shorter than Zeus. So it's not a true ranged hero. So basically all 5 heroes are melee. I mean, with, you know, kind of Templar being that, you know, put the asterisk on the word melee with her. And they actually, if I remember correctly, they randomed, they didn't have Bounty Hunter and they didn't have Earthshaker, but they had a Spear Breaker and another melee hero. And when they tried to repick those, since it is an all random game, you have no control over who you actually get, and they got 2 more melees. So they kind of got screwed by the team setup, and now Zayton is being harassed by V. That Poison Spray just going to work. He doesn't have the refraction. V's going to go in. One more auto attack with the Poison Spray should do it. No, melds. Oh, Zayton walked out of the meld.
Blood.
Oh, Zayton. V gets the first blood, but if Zayton had just stayed, or Zetian, or whatever his name is, if he had just stayed melded, the Poison Spray wasn't going to finish off the kill. All he had to do was stand still and let V walk away, which V probably would have at some point in time. But instead, V picks up the first blood. So congratulations to V, you've got the first blood in my Rofl cast of the week. He tries to initiate on this Bounty Hunter, but Bounty Hunter just wisely goes in biz and like, screw this, I ain't dealing with that.
Regeneration.
And V does pick up a Regener. Now up top we got a rotation coming around. Now the Dire do see the Radiant coming to try and stop this pull. Awkwards is going to go in on the Earthshaker. Earthshaker misses the enchant but does not miss the fissure. There's the stomp from Awkwards. There's a double edge and the Crypt Swarm takes out Ursa. But Ogre Magi quickly follows up with a Fire Blast on Centaur to finish it. LaughingStock in some serious trouble. He's going to silence Earthshaker to try and escape. Earthshaker just runs with them. Does he have enough for the fissure? He does, and there it is. There's the Fire Blast, and it looks like the melee creep actually finished off that kill. So Death Prophet's gold will be split between Earthshaker and Ogre Magi. So good job. They actually got the kill this time instead of missing the kills like they did with what would have been a first blood earlier. But they did lose Ursa in the process. So I think the Radiant team is glad to say, hey, you know, we will gladly trade a Centaur and a Death Prophet for a kill on an Ursa. I mean, I would gladly trade that. That's for sure. That's for sure. Ogre Magi does throw out a Fire Blast onto Centaur to kind of say, hey, I'm still here. Invisibility is picked up by Zayton. Zayton's in some serious trouble, though. V's looking for the kill. Zayton this time does stay melded. So this time, he plays that one correctly. And V goes back to mid. I don't know what Zayton's doing. Now would be a good time to pop your Invis. There she goes. She was waiting for her refractions to come up so that she could block any damage if V was still around. Down in the bot lane, Bounty Hunter is now level 6 and is going to start using his track for some easy movement speed and vision, and if anyone ever comes down for a kill, an easy several hundred gold. Now here's V going in on Zayton. The refraction is down, but he does meld. There's an auto attack from the meld. V's going to throw down another Poison Spray attack. There it is. There's one more attack. Should do it. Here it comes. Nope. The meld saves him for right now. He is down to 21 HP. He does have a bottle charge, so he will regen some of his health. But the rune is not going to be up for another another minute, sorry. So he's going to kind of be stuck here with very little HP. But V actually tanked the tower, so V has to go back himself. He doesn't have any regen whatsoever, so he has to go back to Fountain now. So Zayton's going to get some time to free farm. There's a Tyann or whatever the heck her name is. So meanwhile up top you got Death Prophet. Now again, like I said, I don't like Death Prophet not being in mid, but if there's one thing that can make up for that, it's kills. And right now, if we actually look at the kills, Death Prophet is 1-1, so the death kind of hurt, but she did pick up a kill. And that's going to be what you're going to have to, you have to make up for the farm somehow, because LaughingStock needs a rune control, needs the level control to hit 6 to get that exorcism up so that some serious damage can be done. Now Centaur tried to get a stomp in, he's going to get Fire Blast instead. The fissure hits both Centaur and Prophet. Prophet throws out a silence, hits both Earthshaker and Ogre Magi, throws out a Crypt Swarm. They're going to continue chase. Viper shows up, he teleported top. He's going to take out, no, actually Death Prophet with the right click is going to get Earthshaker, Ogre Magi down to 1 hit. And Death Prophet's going to pick up a double kill. Meanwhile, Bounty Hunter and Tree Ant picked up a kill or sorry, Juggernaut and Tree Ant picked up a kill on Bounty Hunter. So the Crypt Swarm from LaughingStock finished off the Ogre Magi for the double kill, and Juggernaut picked up what I'm assuming was, I don't know how they got the kill. They don't have any dust, they don't have any, there's no gem, no dust, no sentry ward, so I'm not exactly sure how they killed the Bounty Hunter. My guess is just over-aggressive play. V is going to go in on this Ursa. Poison spray is doing its work. Lil Freaky trying to run, but nowhere to hide. One more right click is going to do it. Fissure completely whiffs. I don't know if he's aware, but a hasted Viper moves a little faster than that. You're going to have to throw it where you think he's going to be, not where he is right now. So V picks up another kill. V's now 2-0. LaughingStock myself is 3-1 on the Death Prophet. So right now, things not exactly looking good for the Radiant now, or for the Dire. Now it's too early to call a game, obviously, and to say any one team's going to win. But you can't feed a Viper and you can't feed a Death Prophet. That's going to come back to haunt you in the end. And speaking of that, they want to do something about this Death Prophet. We got 3 heroes rotating top to try and figure out what they're going to do. Bounty Hunter is one of them, so I'm expecting to see a track on someone very soon. There it is, track on LaughingStock. Are they going to engage? Nope. Ogre was getting ready to fire blast, and the silence came out from the Death Prophet to stop that from happening. So no action going on now. Little Freaky goes to the bot lane to try and farm, and this Juggernaut has been pretty much free farming for a while now, especially since the kill on Bounty Hunter. He's just been kind of chilling in the jungle, having his way with the farm, doing whatever he so pleases. Mid lane we got some action going on. V just kind of harassing down Ztyan. I do want to take a moment to say I actually like the fact that the Dire have wards, and they even have Lanaya's trap, so they actually have pretty good control over the river and over the runes and have good vision, whereas the Radiant team have no wards up right now. Fissure is going to come out on Centaur. Centaur is kind of in no man's land. Here's the Fire Blast. There's the Crypt Swarm. Overgrowth. Awkward is going to turn around and double edge Bounty Hunter. Bounty Hunter is going to go down to Tree Ants. Overgrowth. Centaur is going to try and run, but Ogre Magi's fire is going to finish off the kill. There's the Exorcism from LaughingStock. Fire Blast goes out on LaughingStock. Fissure comes out and hits both of them. The Exorcism is doing its work. No Ignite, no Fire Blast. The Crypt Swarm is going to finish off the last hit. Ogre Magi in some serious trouble. Serious trouble. Silenced now, even if he had the mana to do something, which he actually did because he used a Soul Ring. Oh, wow. So he used a Soul Ring to try and cast a stun of some kind and got silenced. So he lost his health for nothing. I mean, that Leech Seed is really dangerous inside of the Exorcism because it forces you to take even more damage from the Exorcism than you maybe would have to begin with. But that was a clutch silence from Death Prophet to be able to get that kill because he had a Soul Ring and he used it and was going to throw down his Fire Blast to save himself but couldn't get it off. Now we got 2 heroes in mid. They're going to try and get this V. Ogre Magi, the slow, looks like it hit V, but V's got power treads already. There's the Fire Blast. V's in some serious trouble. There's the Ignite thrown down. Ztyan tries to meld attack, but Centaur's haste saves him, and Centaur is actually going for a kill up top. And there are sentry wards, so they know the Bounty Hunter is there. No, the Crypt Swarm is not thrown out. It might have been enough. What's his magic resistance? 25%. No, it would not have been enough because it's only 300 damage on the Crypt Swarm. And I believe he was actually out of range for the Crypt Swarm because of that fissure. Track is going to go out on Bounty Hunter. Track is going to come out from Bounty Hunter onto the Centaur. The fissure hit Centaur, but we got nothing going. So I mean, right now it's 9-3 in favor of the Radiant. So things are looking good for the Radiant. The Dire are in kind of dire straits, pardon the pun. But here comes a gank. There's the Overgrowth, catches everyone except for the Bounty Hunter. The fissure comes out and catches Awkward. Awkward is going to go down to Bounty Hunter. There's the Exorcism. Centaur was killed rather quickly. Death Prophet picks up the kill on Bounty Hunter and is going to try and chase the Earthshaker and the Ogre Magi in teleports Ursa. So this isn't as even an engagement as we thought. Fissure is going to hit the LaughingStock. LaughingStock is tracked, so they know he's there. And here comes Lanaya with double damage. LaughingStock in some serious trouble. One meld attack going to take a huge chunk of his health out. The double or the multi-cast is going to finish him off on the Fire Blast. We got Tree Ant trying to run away from Little Freaky. The stomp is going to stop him, but up top, Viper's in some serious trouble now. Lanaya, the whole team turns on him. Fire Blast stops him in his track, and Templar Assassin finishes him off with a double damage right click out of the melt. brutalized. So it looked like maybe a good more number of kills. That's not proper grammar. I apologize. What looked like even more kills for the Radiant actually turned out into a pretty good swing back for the Dire. And now it's 10-6 instead of 9-3. So they're making a bit of a comeback right now, and this is exactly what they need. They can't let the game get too far out of hand. They have a couple... I mean, just between Treant and Death Prophet, that's a lot of AoE damage that they're going to be forced to take because they are all melee. They have no range whatsoever. So their only hope is to win these early team fights, but the problem at the same time is that they're having all these issues, and it's really a 4 versus 5 right now. Juggernaut is free farming the bot lane. LaughingStock gets caught out of position as he tries to ward, and Lanaya is going to chase, but nothing more is going to come from it. We have a fissure coming out, and it is going to catch V out of position. V's going to throw down his Viper Strike. There's an overgrowth from everybody. Centaur uses his ultimate to try and save V. Viper's ult finishes off Ursa. LaughingStock comes in with the Exorcism, is going to chase the people down. The multi-cast just obliterated Templar or Viper. Centaur is going to double-edge Templar in the face. The Crypt Swarm is going to hit the Earthshaker. Earthshaker is trying to get out. Is he going to be successful in escaping? The Fire Blast hits Centaur. Almost free, almost home free. One Crypt Swarm is going to finish off Earthshaker and almost actually finished off the Invisible Bounty Hunter. And Ogre Magi is going to go down to a double edge. 2 double edges, 2 kills for the Centaur. LaughingStock picks up the 3rd kill on the Ogre Magi. Bounty Hunter is lucky that he didn't go down. He was taking out about 40 health with that Crypt Swarm when he was invis. So, almost another double kill for LaughingStock. So, that whole advantage that I was talking about for the Dire just went down the tubes. It was 10-6, now it's 14-7. That was a 4-for-1 exchange. Not what you needed.
Tower is under attack.
So the teleport does come in from Earthshaker back to the top tower. LaughingStock sees a second teleport coming in from the Ogre Magi. I was like, you know what? I've seen better days. I'm going to go back. But Betty White down here has a Claymore sitting in his stash, and in about 1 more creep, 2 more creeps is going to finish off his Battle Fury. So 15-minute Battle Fury with Phase Boots, with the Poor Man's Shield. It's not looking too good for the Dire at this point in time with the kind of farm. Now, Juggernaut is not the hardest carry in the world. He is maybe the most easily shut down, one of the more easily shut down carries because he's relatively squishy in terms of just total HP. We have some action coming out on top. There's a Treant uses Overgrowth. The Exorcist comes out. The double edge finish off the Bounty Hunter before he can even go invis. There's an Enchant Totem. They're trying to run, but this Exorcism is just taking them out. LaughingStock is taking a ton of stuns. The Fire Blast hits him. 1 more auto attack should be the end of it, or the Exorcism will just finish him off before he can stun. Is this Earthshaker going to get away, though? He's taking damage from the Exorcism. Where's the Crypt Swarm? There's the Crypt Swarm, and it was just on the edge of the range, so Earthshaker is going to live through this round. Earthshaker being a little aggressive. Pops his salvo, so he should be in good shape. Now we have Lanaya, it looks like, coming up to try and finish off some kills. She's going to attack the Centaur. Centaur is going to throw down the stomp. It is going to hit Templar. There's a silence. Templar can't do anything with the silence. The Fissure is going to hit Treant, though. Treant's in some serious trouble. Crypt Swarm hits everybody, and Treant goes invisible, and they don't have any reveal wards or any dust of any kind. Oh, Earthshaker did land the Enchant Totem, but didn't realize it, or didn't want to throw down a Fissure just in case. Now there is a Fissure, and who do they catch? They catch Viper out of position. Double damage though on the Viper is going to finish off the Earthshaker, and no problem. And now this Lanaya is in some serious trouble. Lanaya trying to run out. There's Treant being way too aggressive. Really, what's going on? Viper throws down his ultimate. Why did Zaitin move? He was invisible. Viper's going to finish off the kill. That's a double kill. Bounty Hunter wants to pick off this Treant. You can see it. He's getting greedy. He's getting greedy. There's 1 auto attack. He tracks him. Not enough to get a kill, though. Viper is just obliterating this Ogre Magi. There's the Fire Blast. 1 more auto attack is all it's going to take. Oh man, Ursa comes in with his Earth Shock to slow down Viper. Viper now gets tracked by Bounty Hunter. There's a Crypt Swarm. There's a Stomp, and there's a double edge. Bounty Hunter goes down. Fissure hits V. V's not out of the danger yet, but he is safely back with his teammates. Earthshaker getting a little too big for his britches with the Enchant Totem. Might get picked off, but does not get picked off. We have another teleport coming in top. Oh man, the Radiant team are just having everything going their way. I think you're starting to see the Rofl cast this week is mainly just because There are no ranged heroes on this Dire team, and it's really coming into play. Heroes are getting away with relatively little health left because they can't finish off the kills between the stuns, the silences, the AoE damage that is provided by this Radiant team. They're just getting picked off one at a time. And the weirdest thing to me about all of these engagements is you notice every single time the Dire try to come top and try to get kills and try to shut down this Death Prophet who's now 8, 2, and 6, Death Prophet's ultimate is always up. This cooldown is 100 seconds. You think that they would have tried to time it a little bit better. Speaking of timing, Awkwards has awkward timing right now. Gets caught in the fissure in the trees. The Crypt Swarm hits everyone. He's going to use his ult. He's going to throw it on the stomp. He's going to throw it on the double edge. A great ultimate by Esper Apex, but it's not able to be finished off. Death Prophet picked off the Templar with the Crypt Swarm, and Earthshaker just too much damage from the creeps, and there is a rage quit. It was a long time coming. I think you saw Earthshaker 0-5, Ursa 0-4, Bounty Hunter 1-5, Templar 1-4. I mean, just it's obliteration, and Terrible Randoms is right. Full melee team. I mean, that's part of the deal. You really did get screwed with the heroes, but at the same time it comes down to execution. Ursa, at the very beginning of the game, you could see their execution was a little off. They should have killed Death Prophet, and Death Prophet magically lived. I'm trying to say, hey, you know, Levi's a range. You got a range, you know, in the chat. And like I said, in reality, the range is actually shorter than Zeus's. So, and Zeus is known as one of the smallest range attacks in the game. That's why he has all of his lightning bolts, because it makes up for his lack of attack range. If he's going to throw down his Viper Strike, there's a silence, and there's an Overgrowth. Now, the Overgrowth didn't reveal his item, but they saw where he went invis. LaughingStock throws a Crypt Swarm. Well, sorry, buddy, but another Crypt Swarm is coming your way, and there's the kill. I mean, there was no getting around that. If you come out of invis, Viper's going to auto-attack you to death. Bounty Hunter does throw the track down on Treant. There's another Crypt Swarm from LaughingStock on the creeps. It also hits Bounty Hunter, so Bounty Hunter thinks better about trying to pick off Treant. Although Ursa wants to get in on the action. No, Ursa's just trying to farm, so they're going to take out this top tower. Viper picks up the tower kill, so it's 23-7, not even 20 minutes. Well, now it's 20 minutes into the game, and again, just unfortunate randoms, and Juggernaut just picked up a solo kill on the Ogre Magi. I think that's only Juggernaut's second kill, so Juggernaut, 116 creep kills 20 minutes in. I mean, if you look at the gold per minute, he's sitting at 400 gold per minute. So even had they turned around those team fights up top, you had a Juggernaut free farming the entire time. I mean, he's got the Battle Fury, he's got a Yasha sitting in his stash. There was just really, you know, once they started losing those team fights up top in a 4 vs 5 setting, you pretty much knew that the game was over. And some really bad decisions were made about when to engage. They never timed their attacks with when Death Prophet's ultimate was on cooldown, and that's really what cost them a lot of those team fights. Was Death Prophet's exorcism just tore through their lineup, and there was nothing they could do about it. I mean, yeah, they could stun people, but it was just too much, too strong, too powerful for the Radiant team. They do take out the mid tower now. So the ultimate question is, are they going to continue to try and play without their Earthshaker? I mean, he wasn't really doing a whole lot for him, if you know what I mean. You know, 0-5. He does have 7 assists, but he was continually getting caught out of position, and his fissures were continually locking people in the wrong side of whatever they wanted. He only landed a couple of fissures that actually put people in a position. There's a blink. Oh, Centaur picked up a blink daggers. There's a stomp, a double edge, and the auto attacks from Viper. Right clicks with that poison attack going on are just too much for him to handle, and he is just gone. I mean, you know, if we look at the gold, I mean, you know, 20,000 gold, you know, the experience is 20,000. There's no coming back, especially now that you lost your Earthshaker, especially that the free farming Juggernaut has been doing his thing down here. I mean, like I said, he's got 1,600 in the bank, a Yasha in his stash. We got some action. Nope. Bounty Hunter's just chilling. I mean, we look at Treant. Treant's got the drums up already, Perseverance, Arcane Boots. We look at LaughingStock, myself, as a Death Prophet, Bloodstone, Arcane Boots. You got Viper. Viper's got a Shadow Blade, Power Treads, a Wraithband, Fissure, and please tell me that Oh, Earthshaker is a disconnected player. Okay. Exorcism popped out. They tried to do a little bit of damage, but nothing going. Bounty Hunter is trying to take out this Viper. He wants to get the kills, even though he knows the games are over. They take out the mid tower. Now they're going for the racks. This Bounty Hunter is just chilling. Doesn't want to take the AoE damage that he know can come out on him, even though he is invisible. And they do use the fortification. I'm not sure why. You know, at this point they gotta realize that it really is a Rofl game, and that it's really just time to give up and concede.
Dire's middle barracks have fallen. Dire's middle barracks
So, I mean,
are under attack.
not really much more to say about this game. Like I said, unfortunate randoms, an all melee team versus a Death Prophet and a Treant is pretty much going to write a GG as it is. Just too much AoE. Now, Bounty Hunter really wants this kill. Viper down pretty low. Treant's going to throw the living armor on him, so it looks like he's going to be okay. And he's going to get a personal escort from 2 of his teammates to make sure Bounty Hunter doesn't engage. And now it looks like they're going to go and push this bot tower. Centaur gets the stomp off before Earthshaker can do anything. Earthshaker down pretty dang low, but it looks like the kill not going to be finished. The fissure does hit Betty White at the end of his spin. Betty White's in trouble. Ah, no, the tower aggro left him right at the last second. He's down very low. You know, where's that Bounty Hunter when you want him now? And the Mantis side does come out. Oh, the Shuriken. Not enough damage, though.
Tower has fallen.
I mean, Juggernaut's level 15 compared to Bounty Hunter is level... I can't even see the level right now. It doesn't really matter, though. 4 of the 5 players are disconnected. Ogre Magi is the only one left. And he's kind of grouping everyone in at the fountain to make sure nothing happens. And Bounty Hunter was level 9, so yeah, 6 level advantage. Level 4 Shuriken does a lot of damage, but when someone's already level 15, it's not going to do a whole lot. Centaur jumps in, throws a stomp. Juggernaut does his Omni Slash. LaughingStock comes in with his Exorcism, gets a double kill. They killed the entire Dire team in the fountain. They may have lost 3 heroes in the process, but they dove the fountain to have a little bit of fun. Juggernaut with his Omni Slash. That is what it's called, right? Yeah. Juggernaut with his Omni Slash. Death Prophet with the Exorcism and the Crypt Swarm, Centaur with the Stomp and the Double Edge, and they took out the entire Dire team in the fountain.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Ogre asking, should I leave or are you guys pushing? And like, well, maybe you should have left when everyone else left, but they're pushing now. They're getting the mid tower down. It's only a matter of time before the Ancient goes down, or maybe they're not pushing after all. It looked like they were pushing. There's an overgrowth used. Treant might be in a little bit of trouble here. Fissure, Fire Blast, everyone's coming out of him. Ursa pops his Overpower. Centaur blinks in and throws a stomp down. They can no longer see the Treant, so he's fine, but Centaur is taking the bulk of it. There's the Fire Blast. Centaur, don't lose your good score. Centaur, don't do it. Betty White just obliterating. Viper actually picks up a kill on Ursa. LaughingStock picks up a kill on Templar. Treant kills Ogre Magi, and Centaur finishes off Earthshaker. So, tried to get a few kills just for the fun of it at the end of the game. It didn't work out so well. I mean, Betty White just tore through that Ursa. I mean, can you blame him with these items? Bounty Hunter is sent out from the fountain to maybe do a little bit of damage, but the Ancient goes down, and that is officially the end of the game. This was definitely a Rofl cast, and what I'm going to do at the end of the Rofl cast, at the end of my normal pub cast, I choose the MVP, the most valuable player of the game, and what I'm going to do at the end of the Rofl cast is I'm going to choose the Rofl MVP, or as I call it, the RMVP, which is the reason for the Rofl game, the most valuable player, or the most valuable aspect of that game. And I'm actually going to go back to that game so that I can see the stats, because I want to talk about this for a second. Reveal the winning team. Okay, so what I'm going to do at the end of the Rofl games, like I said, I'm going to pick a Rofl MVP, which is basically saying like you were the reason that this game was a Rofl game. And really, what it came down to was the random. The all random is really what caused this to be a Rofl game. You randomed an all melee team versus a couple of really powerful AoE abilities with Death Prophet and Treant. And ultimately, the Rofl MVPs were Ursa, Ogre, and Earthshaker for failing the First Blood, and for the whole Dire team continuing to come in on Death Prophet when her ultimate was up. So You know, you can't do that, guys. You can't. If you're gonna team fight, you gotta make sure Death Prophet's ult is down, or if it's up, you gotta hightail it out of there. So, anyways, thank you guys for watching. This has been LaughingStock's Rofl Game of the Week, episode number 2. If you guys enjoy what you see and if you want to see more, please make sure to subscribe. Leave comments below. If you have a game that you think matches a criteria for a Rofl Game of the Week, submit it in the comment section below with the match ID, something that I can look up in the watch tab. I'll watch the game, I'll look at the stats, and if it fits what I think is a Rofl Game of the Week, then I will make sure that that is in line to be casted next Roflcast. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope you all have a great day. Peace out.